Eric Mother with part 11 of this series. This is going to be a brief one. This is now the following day after part 10, and what we are looking at here is the market's been open for about 11 minutes. Just want to show you what the 5-minute charts are looking like, which is what we've been tracking. Try to see whether we can gauge how short-term considerations can be made. And what we see here is, if we take a look at the S&P 500 at the open of today, about 11 minutes ago, the market made a high precisely on the line we had drawn, and the market pulled back minute to minute. But what's interesting is, as of right now, take a look at what the RSI line is showing. This is the line we had drawn for support, and we can see here that now looks like a triple bottom support there, and also corresponds with the line we had drawn here. So in the interest of keeping the video short, we can see that the market has found support. Even though the price is showing some resistance, the RSI is the key. RSI is showing that the market has found stability. I think what happens here is, this is more than likely, again, further indication that eventually this market moves higher, and we can come back to this video weeks and months ahead, days into the future, to see whether this prediction is correct. And just a quick observation here, if we take a look at the S&P 500 from a daily view, let's go to the daily for the SPX, and you can see that the market continues holding the daily line. And I think as long as that's the case, the daily looks good, that the market is holding that line. We have to assume the market wants to move higher. Keep in mind, we held the 50-day moving average, so lots of things pointing to a good market. Generally speaking, the market that seemed the worst, or as of a week ago, the Dow Transports, coming back to the line we had drawn of support here. The line seems to be holding in terms of the weekly RSI. That's another indication of big picture where the market is holding stability. So it means that we look for pullbacks and buy points in the market as best as we can. Take a look at the Dow Transports. They too continue holding the line of support, connecting RSI lows. And as long as the market itself is doing all this type of support on the charts, double bottom here showing support, we have to assume that the market wants to move higher. And there's something I didn't mention in this video. It is important to explain this, because on the monthly, what we see here on the monthly is that, let's go back about 7 years on the monthly for the Dow Transports. Big picture here. Remember, you want to understand the big picture so that you can decide what to do with the small time frame signals. Number one, there's a line connecting the lows going back to 09. Well, I guess you can draw it. It's one way of drawing it is to connect the recent lows like that. So we can see support here. So that makes sense. And also there's a line, and I need to get more data on this monthly chart, so bear with me. Let's go back about 12 years. 12 years monthly Dow Transports. And what I want to discuss here is this line, this breakout. If we extend it, you see it gives us this high, a nice entry on the way up, breakout, which corresponds with this breakout. So that entry was successful in taking the market to an amazing run there. We extend the same line, we can see we are holding support. So the big time picture here is that the monthlies, weeklies, and the dailies look good, which means that we are looking for any type of signal, any type of excuse to remain long the market. That's why the 5 minutes to me indicate that eventually market looks okay. Also, based on the breakout line here, not only can we draw a backtest line like that, which is what is taking place, we can draw a uniformity line, which is the line like that. And this horizontal line, once we find stability and movement below the line back above it, like it is doing right now, it indicates another reason why this market could bounce. So we have many reasons why the market could hold around these levels. If the monthlies are suggesting that all these lines are coming back and finding support, then we have to assume that long term this indicates month to month, week to week, day to day, even hour to hour, that more than likely we are looking at a market that wants to move higher. Is this going to be true? you know, who knows, we'll see what happens. But that's why you have to start with the big picture before using the small time frame for your entries. And if we go back to the S&P 500 5-minute chart, which began the video here, you can see as of right now, again, there's a spike in the last couple of minutes because the market already shown support, and probably the spike is to come back and test this declining line of resistance, and also to test the prior line we had drawn on the prior videos. So right now, all time frames indicate to me that more than likely this market wants to move higher. Is it going to be successful in moving higher? We'll see. And I guess time will tell in the coming weeks, coming days, and coming months. But right now, the main thing to do is either be long the general market itself or find momentum breakout ideas, because if the market is moving higher, the momentum ideas are going to be moving at a faster pace. Eric Moade, good luck, peace, and blessing. Woo! E-A-C-S, I am out. Yeah. Woo! Blah, blah, blah.